how did I get into the field? I'm going to try and keep this brief, but I do want to stress that I did grow up with multiple animals. Instead of having siblings, I had multiple species growing up. Reptiles, birds, dogs, horse, all sorts of things, fish. Anyway, in 1998, it was my second or third dog. Her name was Emmy, and she was quite the special soul. And I took a dog training class with her, and that didn't go so well. It just didn't jive with who I was. A couple years later, I took a Tellington T-Touch course, and that did suit me rather well. It was about being kind and observing the animal's language, body language. Were they comfortable with us, not comfortable? We worked with all sorts of species. I just really loved it. And around that time, I also read Don't Shoot the Dog, which was just amazing to me. And then Culture Clash. And then, so while having this other career, I became obsessed with learning everything I could about animals and animal training. So in 2005, a particular veterinarian talked me into starting a practice. So that's when I started my practice, 2005. And she sent me several aging dogs, which I found wonderful to work with, and it blossomed from there. So that's how. Okay. Next question. My favorite species to work with is multiple species. So I just like working with as many different animals as I can. Of course, I love working with dogs, and I mostly work with dogs, but I love working with birds. I love working with my local crows a couple blocks away. I have 2 crows I work with when we're out on our walks. Cassie and I are out on our walks. So really, just any species that I have the opportunity to train, I love training. So it doesn't matter. Multiple species. Okay, how do I bridge the communication gap? Let me just say that observation is super, super important, and clear dialogue is super important to me. So, certainly Cassie, when she came to me at almost 2 years old, and this was about 12 and a half years ago, she and I had no dialogue, and so my job was to observe her and help her make the environment more comfortable for her, and start developing a dialogue. And I did that by observing her and guessing what she wanted. But over time, we got a very good dialogue. And of course, clear communication and training is extremely important. But that communication, the importance of communication 24/7, and observation, and setting up the environment so our dogs are comfortable or our animals are comfortable is just incredibly important. So bridging that for me has to do with clear dialogue and observation and learning. I mean, learning with our animals is just absolutely wonderful. Helping our animals learn, being open to learning ourselves. And who benefits from coming to this conference? Well, I do. I think everybody would. I can't wait to hear the other speakers. I can't wait to see everybody. It sounds like it's going to be a very lovely event. So I would think anybody in this field with a strong interest in animals and hanging out with the speakers and each other is just a wonderful opportunity for everyone. So I hope everybody comes. Thanks.